Hey guys, welcome to a new episode, a new platform, a new name, Keep Gaming Podcast. I'm your host, LanMind, and today we have to start off the new season, the new show, first episode, my guest, TiCup. TiCup, welcome to the stream.
To be here.
Thank you, thank you. And for those that don't know you, please give yourself an introduction. For those that don't never seen you or heard of you, let them know who you are and what you do.
My name is TiCup. I make content on multiple different platforms, including YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch. I like FPS games. Apex is my jam, and I love being about mindfulness on the channel. It's never a dull moment where I don't talk about my feelings and how things are going in the world.
And I think that's what makes you very different, very unique, and that's why I asked you to be on the show. And I think it's great that you're here on the very first episode to start off the new show, Keep Gaming. It was once called Streams on Streams, but we have now changed everything, and it just to no other better way than to have someone who's very opinionated, outspoken, and free thinking of just letting her thoughts out. And it's just great to have you here. So I thank you for being on the show. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. So let's get into it. Now, the name
Okay.
Teacup, where did that come from? I always wanted to ask you that. Never once asked you. I don't know if it's somewhere in your Discord or something, but where did that come from?
My name is Tiara. So the TI comes from my name.
Hmm.
I enjoy tea. So as a kid, I would get sick a lot, and my mom would like always give me tea as I got sick, and I hated it. But as I grew up, I really valued it. And when my mom passed, I made my name Teacup is because it was something we both enjoyed. It was something I enjoyed, and I never wanted to let that go. I never wanted to let it go. And also, it was a way to spell it in a way that my name people could still call me by my nickname, which is T.
Awesome. Yeah, that's dope. Because it's not spelled, for those that don't know, and for those that are not watching, it's not spelled TEA, it's TI, right? If I'm not mistaken, is that
Yeah, T I
the
C
T?
U B.
Yeah, yeah. So I was like, that's very unique. I'm wondering what this came from. So I appreciate you giving us that, background story of it. And we were talking earlier before I pressed record. You told me that you started streaming last year when the pandemic started in May. What I know you said that you've always created content prior to streaming, but what brought you to the streaming world and to get on the platform of Twitch?
What brought me to the streaming world is that I didn't really have much equipment. I mean, a lot of people don't know, but I started streaming just from a PlayStation with no webcam, and then I
Mm.
eventually got a webcam. As the pandemic progressed, it was harder and harder for us to find these items. So I started small. I was let go from my job a little before the pandemic started,
Hmm.
and I was having a rough time. And I pretty much just wanted friends. I wanted a community I could make. I wanted to build something where I can talk about how I feel and not be subjective to be crazy or like just whiny does that make sense?
No, yeah, definitely makes sense. Yeah, yeah.
A lot of people don't like to talk about emotion. A lot of people don't even deal with emotion in their everyday life, and
Hmm.
that's why I think people let it build up till it gets to extreme points. And I don't like doing that because I fell into some really dark holes before, and I don't want to go back. So I try to just be upfront. I try to be open with how I'm feeling, and that's pretty much just how I've been running my channel since.
That's awesome. I feel like also too, especially I think a lot of new streamers had come out of the woodworks because of the pandemic, where they were
Right.
at home. They already were a gamer, but they wanted, like you said, they wanted to build a community. They wanted some friends, people with like minded aspirations of the same games. And what other
Right.
way but to join a streaming platform? Now there's so many out there. You got Facebook gaming, YouTube gaming, Twitch, and there's other ones that used to be Mixer and then they fell apart. And Twitch, I feel like everyone goes to because that's what it's really for. Like Facebook gaming, it's Facebook, but people don't really. There's some of you that don't have Facebook, and you need a Facebook
Right.
account. And then people they really don't lean towards YouTube because you really look towards YouTube for like videos and tutorials and some type of content, not really like a streaming platform for gaming. Not to like say that you shouldn't do it, but I feel like
Right.
Twitch is just straight gaming. Like you go there, you know what you're getting, and there's millions of people streaming every day, and that's what makes it harder too. If you're looking to grow, there's just so many people there, and Twitch doesn't really give you the tools, so to speak, to grow organically. Like you really gotta hustle. But because you in
Right.
particular, you have a background of creating content, that might have been a little bit easier for that transition, considering that you had that background prior. So how did you bring that together as you started streaming? Like you started posting more of your content, and how did it backfire? Did it help you? What was that like for you?
Well, it helped me a lot. When I got my first PC, it changed everything. It was like a lot of the videos that I was editing. Like, let's say I started off on my phone or on my laptop, which
Mm,
I couldn't really download the best software. It was like a laptop for school. And when I streamed, it was like I was good at the game, and it just flowed, if that made sense.
mm-hmm.
From coming from a game like Rainbow Six Siege to like Apex, I still had the competitive side in me, and I didn't think that affected me that much. Like, yeah, the clips were slightly different,
Mm-hmm.
but ultimately I was able to make a community and find a game where I felt at home. I don't know, I love the game.
I feel like for me, right? You started in May, I started in July, and I didn't know what to play. All I knew was that I love Call of Duty Warzone, and I'm gonna play that because I'm a competitive gamer. I used to do competitive gaming before streaming was really a big thing. I used to start off, and I told you that I started off playing Call of Duty World at War, and I used to
Right.
do these GameStop competitions for money. And as I got older, I kind of like drifted away from that, but I still have the love for it. So when the pandemic hit, I really had nothing to do. I actually didn't even have a console. It wasn't until my girlfriend, who's not my wife, said, "Why don't you just go buy a PS4? You're home doing nothing because you can't do anything. Just go and play. You miss it, so just go." So I played, and I'm like, maybe I could stream. I tried it on YouTube a couple years back. Didn't really care for it. And then my
Right.
boy Fresco was like, "I'm gonna stream. Lou, you should do it." And I said, "All right, fine." So come July, I pressed record. I had the equipment, and I never turned back. And I love every moment of it. But the one thing that really, and it kind of still discouraged me to this day, for competitive gamers like yourself and I, that it can be oversaturated with games such as Warzone. Now, I tried Apex, and maybe I didn't try it too much to fall in love with it like you do. I can't get into it. I don't like building in Fortnite. I don't like PUBG. Whatever other like Overwatch. Those are not my kind of games. It's just strictly Call of Duty. I even tried Rainbow Six Siege. Couldn't get into it. Warzone is probably the most popular battle royale game for those that don't know, but it's so oversaturated with so many people, and it's very hard to grow. And I know I was talking to you before I pressed record on here that it kind of made me think maybe I should play other games and try new things, but it is taking away my joy because there are new games that I try and I don't like it, and the viewers can see that I'm bored. And when I play Call of Duty, I'm just so happy. I'm always smiling. I'm having a great time. What do you tell people that really don't know where to start as far as picking a game, even if it's saturated, oversaturated, or just trying new things?
Honestly, and this is like probably a controversial thought, I don't think the game matters. I don't. I think it's the personality. I think it's the first 30 seconds somebody clicks on your channel and they like what you say, they like what you do, and
Mm-hmm.
so they follow. I didn't found people who do like crazy, they get hype when they get a kill, they do certain challenges, and I'm like, I don't like this game Warzone, but I like watching it. I like watching it. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think the game necessarily matters. Yes, the game is oversaturated. Yeah, a game like Warzone
Mm-hmm.
may be oversaturated, but at the same time, you gotta think: are you really gonna be happy as a streamer? Like, what do you want to do? What is
Mm-hmm.
your end goal? Do you want to be known for Warzone, or do you want to be known for other things?
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, from there, you can either make put a variety in, or just do Warzone if that's how you feel.
Did you have trouble when you first started as far as picking a game, or was it just I'm gonna play the game that I like and I don't care, and you've just kept doing that?
Well, I definitely struggled a little bit. I didn't I really enjoy doing story games, and I'm going to go back to that. I'm going back to that now, but not all the time. I think I did story games like a lot. Like I would do like a whole week, whereas like I want to do like different days for different games. I think that might be better for me. But yeah, I did struggle when I played like Genshin Impact. That was super fun. It took me away from Apex. All my Apex people were like, "Where's Apex?" And then when I went back to Apex, all my Genshin people were like, "Where's Genshin?" I used to even draw the characters from the game. People are really committed into like watching me play that game and
Mm-hmm.
drawing the characters and all that stuff. but I just really wasn't happy doing it. I wasn't visually happy. I didn't really
Mm,
want to play it. It was too much of a grindy game.
mm.
And I mean, sad to say it, they weren't. My views were, you know, people can sense that type of stuff. They can see
Mm.
when you're not chipper, like you know,
Yeah,
when you're not
yeah,
at 100%.
yeah.
So I feel like the game doesn't matter. What matters is that you're happy streaming, and you know, you put the appropriate tags so people may click on your channel anyway.
Hmm. I think for me, and I started doing that when I had gotten the PS5 in November. I promised that I would try different games because it was just every Monday, Thursday Call of Duty. That was it, and then I'll do pop up streams of different games and just try it out. And I have nothing wrong with trying out new games, but I do have a love for Nintendo games. So I did purchase a Nintendo Switch and I started playing Mario. And I switched up my stream schedule where Mondays are dedicated to just Mario games. And people can tell I'm having a great time. And the people that are there, they love watching me rage. And when I die, it's like I want to throw my table across the room. And that's great content, but it's also because I'm loving what I'm doing. I'm loving playing these platform games. Now, I even tried playing Pokemon. I love Pokemon, but for me as a gamer, I want things fast paced. I guess that comes with the battle royale kind of thing. It's like, come on, let's just keep going. And in Pokemon, there's a lot of people stopping me, people talking to me, and it's like I already started this game. I want to finish for the people. Like I don't want to just like leave it undone, and that's where I struggle right now. I'm struggling with Final Fantasy VII remake, and I just got to chapter 9. The game is in it's incredible. I never played the original, so I don't have the love for it like some people do, like the OGs. But I'm
Right.
struggling because I'm like, this game is cool, but it's not what I like. And do I continue this because I already started it, or I just say, you know what, f this game, I'm done. I don't want to try it anymore. I want to just do what I enjoy, and that's where it's like I separate days for different games, and then I try a new game, and I'm halfway there, and I'm like, do I finish it because I started, or do I just say f this and just keep on going with something else?
I think it's really up to you. It's
Mm.
your stream. I like honestly like I feel anxiety about switching games midstream too. Like there's that anxiety. There's a little bit
Yeah,
of a view count drop. Like I think I had a
yeah.
stream where I played like half Rainbow, half Apex just because it was downloading.
Mm.
And I saw a drop, but I honestly didn't pay attention to like the view count. I just grinded out because really I was happy playing the game. I was happy playing. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
it's really like it's really a point where it becomes your platform. At the same time, yeah, I
Mm.
do want to make money. I want to make content. I want people to enjoy this
Hmm.
content. But at the same time, I'm not gonna be miserable every day there. I left my old job from being miserable every day. I'm not about to do that here. You
That's
know,
a perfect analogy. That's an amazing analogy. I didn't even think of it like that. Right? Where you're grinding at your job, you're not happy, right? Like you just said. Why would you put that same where you have complete control over the content you put? Why would you put yourself through that same thing? That's incredible. I never really looked at it that way. And I feel like a lot of my friends, they struggle with the same thing where I think they're focused on the count. Me, I even take the counter off on my Twitch when I'm playing,
right?
so that way I don't see who's watching. And I use this analogy, I've said it before in the past. I always look at it like if I have one viewer or 10 viewers, I look at it as like if I have one person that came and watched me play in my house, or 10 of my friends came and watched on my couch on the floor and just watched me play like I used to when I was like 9, 10, 11, when I would play, wrestling games at home and everybody just watching me. Um,
Right.
and that's how I look at like Twitch. And yeah, the more the merrier. Of course, you want to have the chat going. You want to make sure that it's live and people are having fun just as much as you are. But when you're not enjoying it, they're not enjoying it, and they leave. It's in, like you
Right.
said, a matter of seconds. They can tell.
They
And
can tell.
yeah, and I think that's the hardest part. It's like how long can you hold their attention for? Because people they're on this. They could go anywhere else.
Right. There's 5,000 other people with 5 viewers each. You
Yeah,
know that they
yeah.
can click on.
Hmm.
It's really crazy how many people are on the Twitch platform in general.
Now, being that you play mostly Apex as a competitive gamer, being a female of color, how does that really affect you when you started streaming? Were there some type of pushback for it? Were because now you're in the public eye. It's not like you're just at home, nobody's watching. Have you
Right.
had like trolls come into your chat, people over the mics? What was that like in the beginning, and is it still happening now?
Yes, it's still happening, but at a minor scale because I've done things to protect myself and like my energy and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it started off. I would play like I don't even think I streamed like all Apex. I play like Jackbox, and it would just be people like the whole family sitting in the camera. At this point, I don't show my family in the camera anymore because of the negativity.
Mm.
People would drop in bombs or just inappropriate content.
Yeah.
They'll join the Jackbox party and they'll type inappropriate words.
Wow.
And I had to ban people. Or recently, I've been on like TikTok and YouTube and stuff like that. And the videos have been going really well. However, I don't know, people just don't like new people. I use this
Mm.
analogy that basically people they're pissed off because we're not the comedians they see every Friday night,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So like somebody put I was copying off another content creator. Somebody told me I should be in the kitchen. I just got a lot of negative feedback from some of those videos that popped off. And I delete those comments,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's really hard. It's really hard. I might have been live the other day when somebody was in Apex and somebody called me the N word. We were playing ranked and dude dropped hot. No, he actually didn't drop. He just like floated. Imagine like Apex. I know you play Apex sometimes,
Yeah.
but the jump master just controls where everybody flows.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just falling. He's not falling in any direction. He's about to fall off the map. We dip off. He basically just gets mad. We don't revive him, and he calls us the N word.
Oh
So
my
we
god.
definitely don't revive him. Dude
Yeah.
leave. But the point is, like, it's frustrating because it still exists in this world. It feels like it's a problem in the world. It's
Yeah.
not a problem in the game at this point because there's so many people. You got to think about how many of these people like work like 9 to 5s and work with people of color. They just don't say this stuff out loud,
No.
right? I hear little kids cursing and saying N words, and I'm like, does your mom even know you say these things?
That's the craziest part,
Behind
right?
closed doors, people can say anything.
Yeah.
People are anonymous.
Yeah. I think the okay, so there's two things, right? The adults
Okay,
saying they know better, right? They know
right,
better. They know like those things you just don't say. It's not nice, right? But then when you have little kids saying it, where that's not you're not born with that trait. That's something you learn. So who do we blame? Do we blame the people that you're around, the things that you watch, or do we blame the parents that are supposed to be supervising their children? And where they're learning this from? And why are they saying it? What do they feel they're getting out of it? It's sad because in a day and age in 2021, a 7-year-old saying the N-word just to say it, do you know what that means? Do you know where it comes from? Why are you saying these things? And like you said, is your parent home? Are they hearing this? What are they doing?
right. I definitely think it's a problem with the parents. A lot of people don't raise their kids right. I mean, there's a huge misconnect when it comes to raising children. Some people even hurt their children. I don't necessarily agree with that. I just think it's a big problem with how people are raised, and it starts somewhere. You don't just are born saying n words and saying
Yeah,
ignorant things or trolling people. You learn it from somebody.
yeah. And I think to me, you hear it, and the thing is, I hear it a lot on Call of Duty, even back before streaming was a thing, when you would actually hear everyone in the lobby when you play multiplayer, and they
Right,
just come out of nowhere with the M bombs, and they just saying and this and that, and I'm like, bro, you don't even know who we are. For all you know, we could all be Caucasian, and you're just saying it. And it's like,
right,
why? What's the purpose? Like, if you want to talk trash, I love talking trash. I play sports my whole life, and I talk trash all the time. But nothing to the point where it's like I'm trying to hurt you mentally, emotionally. You don't know who's hearing that. You don't know how someone feels. Maybe they heard that on the street going on their way home, and they just said, you know what, I had enough of my life. And they probably take their life because now they're hearing someone else say it, and they take that seriously. Because that could be
right,
very discouraging, especially for a female such as yourself. And I don't know how you do it and how you continue to do it, but I praise people like yourself that just keep grinding, they keep playing, and they don't care what anyone says. And although it may affect them and hurt them, they don't let that get the best of them. Where it's like, you know what, I quit. I don't want to do this anymore. And that's got
right,
to be encouraging not only to you but your community, your Discord, your the people that watch you every day.
right. I definitely thank you for being there for me. I appreciate it.
Hmm.
Um, I actually consider myself, I guess, not like a leader, but like a couple of people have been looking up to me and making like similar videos like to me. And somebody actually the other day they reached out and said they were getting negative feedback, and I guess I felt it to heart. I was like, oh no, this sucks. It's frustrating that new people or people of color want to make content and people just talk about them. I don't know.
Yeah.
It can be discouraging, but I always make a point in my stream to you keep pushing. You delete the negative comments and you keep moving on.
Hmm.
As your face gets more traction, you can't expect to be famous and not expect some people not to like you.
Yeah, and I think also too, right? When streamers such as ourselves, we are putting ourselves in the public eye. People are watching us, they're seeing us, and you have someone who may, believe it or not, may just hate that we are doing this and they're not, right? And it doesn't take a genius to go ahead and start streaming. You could watch videos on YouTube. That's how we all did it. And they're just like they're doing something, the person they're watching is doing something that they've been wanting to do. And because they're not doing it, they just want to go in there and disrupt the stream, try to get in the back of your head and try to get deep down into your roots and try to disturb you. And I've had it in game. I've never had it in chat, but I always just like, you know what, that's not something I'm gonna have, and I'm not gonna allow people to think that it's okay. So even if I'm playing with a random, which I rarely do anymore because I don't want to have that in my stream, I literally just leave. I don't fight back. I don't try to understand where they're coming from because I feel like it's a lost cause. Because like you said, when they're behind their video game, they're safe. They will never say it in public. They will never say it in front of anyone that they know or don't know. They won't just walk up to someone in Starbucks and say, "Hey, and we're get out of the way." No, they don't do that. They will keep that to
Right.
themselves and keep it moving. And it's always been like that before streaming. And I feel like now that we have this platform, I don't know what can be done, if anything can be done, which I don't think it can. But when we report people to get banned for cheating, we should be able to report people for the language. And I know Warzone does too. But not just ban their email, ban their IP. Give them a harder time to get a new IP to play and have an opportunity to play, because those people, they shouldn't have the opportunity to play just so they can say racist things and have racist comments towards anyone they don't even know. It's not
Right.
it's not right. And I think even for little kids that are playing this and they're hearing it for the first time, they're probably saying to themselves, what did they say? And why are they saying this to me? Especially if it's a little black kid, a young black boy or girl, they're probably gonna be hurt. But it's like, mom, they don't even know who I am, or dad, why are they saying this to me? So I think it's bigger than just us. It's to the youth too, because now they're growing up in this world where we already dealt with them. We killed the internet as adults, but in 2021, come on, when is it gonna stop? Especially in gaming.
Right. I think gaming in general needs like better like report systems. Like as far as like Apex is concerned, there's not a real good way of reporting somebody who does something like that.
Mm.
You would have to like literally go on Twitter, clip the cheating or clip the video of them being racist, tag somebody who which is one person who bans all the accounts for Apex.
Oh, I didn't
So
even
it's
know
not
that.
even that yeah, it's not even that like
Wow, you got to go above and beyond.
yeah, you really got to do it, especially if you don't have a Twitter. It's crazy.
Wow, wow.
Now you can kind of report them to the sense like if they get multiple reports, like it might flag their account.
Hmm.
But as far as like getting them banned like immediately and effectively, you will
Yeah.
have to like tweet them out.
Wow, that's
I think
crazy.
that's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. So I want to shift gears here.
Okay.
We already established you're a streamer, you do competitive gaming. Have you always played competitive gaming? Like, when did this teacup world start for you as a gamer? Was it a very young age? Was it in your teenage years as an adult? How did this all begin?
Well, I mean, I've been gaming for a long time. I started off with like Pokemon and Mario. I was I
Mm,
was I was having a blast. But as far as like competitive gaming, I didn't really get competitive until like Black Ops 2 came out. And I
okay.
had a blast. Like, I think World War 2 or World War 3 came out. I played those. And they were okay. I wasn't that good at them. But
Mm-hmm.
when Black Ops came out and Black Ops 2, I saw it somehow clicked in my head. It was just like after years and years of being trash at FPS games, I was finally good. And from there I loved playing. I love playing shooter games. I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty fun, fast paced. It was something different that I didn't experience before.
Now, with the battle royales, as far as Apex is concerned, do you feel like this is a new generation of gamers where multiplayer was like constant kill, respawn, and now it's just a different world where it's like you gotta work together a little bit. You gotta, have microphones. Can you see yourself now that you've already invested so much time playing with more randoms live on stream, or do you feel like you need a team to be competitive, or you could just go in solo and just have a great time?
I feel like personally, I can go in solo, have a great time. It's really about the mindset of it. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's not really about the kills to me. I mean, not the kills. It's not really about the wins. I can get kills. Wins are really hard. So a lot of time I'm solo doing and out solo trio, and I'm just having a blast talking to my viewers and sometimes wiping a couple squads. I think
Wow.
it's possible to want a team. Like if I want to do ranked and I want to be competitive, or if I
Mm-hmm.
want to do a kill race, there's no way I'm doing it alone or with randoms. There's no way.
No,
But
I get it. Yeah.
I definitely think you need a team in that aspect. But as far as like streaming, sometimes I feel myself reaching for a team or some people that can hold me
Mm,
down because randoms are hard to play with.
yeah.
But I appreciate Apex allowing a duo mode where you can sometimes get a teammate.
No,
Not always.
no, I think that's interesting because I know there's a lot of times where I go into Warzone and I have no one to play with. I have 10 people, they're all in a game. I'm sending invites, no one's responding. So I'm like, damn, so I'm gonna have to do this by myself. And I'm telling you, I have anxiety playing solos. I'm literally camping behind walls. I don't know one want to see me. I'm gonna try and last to the end. I literally, since I've been playing in March, I've only had one solo victory. And I said, that's it. I'm never going back. I did what I came to do, and I'm just gonna play with a team. I've tried playing with randoms. I hate playing with people that don't have mics. I can't. They don't listen. I hate playing with people that are so demanding of you. Like, hey, we're gonna go here. We're gonna do that. Like, how about we say where we're gonna go? Let's do this together. Because then you're
Right.
playing with someone that thinks that they're all time champion. It's hard to get wins with randoms. I've never done it. I know people who have, but I need a team. And I feel like I need to build a community on Discord where it's just Warzone teams. This is when we're gonna play. I need a squad. Maybe there's a community out there. I don't know, but maybe I need to make one for myself. But
Right.
there's a lot of times I don't have anybody to play with, and I have to like schedule with my friends in advance. Like, yo, 8 o'clock tonight, and meanwhile it's like 12 in the afternoon. 8 o'clock tonight, we're gonna stream. I hope you're there because I need you. Like, I don't want. That's my difficulty. Like, I don't want to go into stream and have no one to play with. Where I can play Mario and play by myself and have a great time. These are the things that I deal with and are find very difficult as a streamer. So that's why I
Right.
kind of like lean towards different games. But man, it's hard to play by yourself or with randoms. I don't know how you do it. I've watched you a couple times. I'm like, I give it to you, man. It's tough.
Give it some time. I think you just honestly don't focus about the competitive side of it.
It's
Focus
hard.
about the chatter, the talk.
Yeah, yeah.
People come to me and I'm talking, and a lot of times I'm dying because I'm talking to chat and we're having a good day. But ultimately they're enjoying it, and I don't
Mhm.
get randoms. I mute all randoms. I don't not mute randoms. I don't know why I mute all randoms, but at this point, it's just a standard to just mute randoms.
Oh my god, that would be so tough because what if that other person has a mic? They're trying to reach you, and you got them muted and you're not hearing them. They'd probably be mad at you.
Man, hey, I'm streaming. Sometimes they play music. I didn't get a copyright strike from somebody playing music before. I never even knew you could get it from somebody else's mic.
No
That's
way.
crappy. Yeah.
Yo, it be okay. So I know a lot of people that love playing games with music on. No, nothing wrong with that. But if you're playing a battle royale, bro, I need complete silence. I need to hear footsteps, gunshots. There's no reason why I need to hear your little baby in the background. Not a child, like music, little baby in the background. I don't need to hear that. Just let's play the game and let's keep it moving. I think that's so annoying. But these people, they don't care. They don't know who's streaming or not streaming. Do you
Right.
in the game? I don't know if Apex has this, but I know there's a big controversy on cheating in Warzone. Do you deal with that too in Apex?
No, not exactly. I would say the problem is really prevalent in on PC lobbies and possibly in ranks.
Mm-hmm.
There's not quite a few people who can cheat on PS4,
Mm-hmm.
and then the people who cheat on PC, we have a pretty good battle eye. It's powered by battle eye, and they for the most part have been banning people. I don't think it's as strong of a battle eye as like Rainbow Six or maybe Warzone, but
Why
it
doesn't
does
Warzone
sometimes
have
do
that?
what it does. Where does Warzone doesn't?
Yo, they said they banned 60,000 cheaters. I still see,
60,000.
I still see
What?
cheaters in the game. That, so you don't play as much Warzone as I do, but I saw people on TikTok and even on YouTube comparing Apex, specifically, I can't even speak, specifically Apex versus Warzone. And they're saying that Warzone is a very casual game compared to Apex. Now,
Yeah,
Apex takes skill. And
Apex is tough,
I'm
dude.
like, if an
Tough.
Apex person comes to Warzone, I'm pretty sure they would kill
I don't like it.
on demand.
I
Oh,
don't
you don't
like
like it?
it.
You don't like
No,
that transition?
I'm one of those people who just push every fight. I'm about the fast paced gameplay.
Oh
So
my god.
I'm the type of person to be running in the middle of the field and get sniped, just looking for somebody to kill.
You see?
So yeah, you can imagine every time the DMR. I stopped playing Warzone when the DMR was too
Oh,
powerful.
they took that, they buffed that, they buffed that a while ago. But
Yep.
I can't. I tried. The thing is, I think with Apex, it reminds me of Halo too much of the double jumping and the flying, and there's different. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's different characters that do different things. Like you have like a
Right.
medic and all this other stuff. And Warzone is just pick your guns and kill. There's no
All
special,
right.
you know, personal people in the game. It's not like Overwatch, and I think that's why it's so more appealing to competitive gamers because it takes more than just running and shooting. There's actual skill, and
Right.
maybe that's why I suck because I would never go to Apex. It's just too much for me to handle. But I think hearing you say that you're just gonna go run and gun, I don't play that style. I've always been a sniper and multiplayer, so I'm more of the conservative, stay in the background, try to watch someone and take them out. And when I'm playing with a team that likes to rush, they get mad and be like, "Yo, Lou, why didn't you come with us?" I'm like, "Yo, I was watching your surroundings. See if anyone came in, I will snipe them off." And they're like, "But we rush. You should." I'm like, "No, I don't play that way." So, do you ever have teammates like that where you're playing competitive, where some people are conservative and you are just like, "I'm
Yeah.
running gun"? How do you deal with that?
Um, honestly, you just keep it moving. It's a stream. I mean, yeah, I honestly like sometimes I push fights. I down moan. It happens. It
Uh,
happens. People want to loot in a building or a specific spot for like 10 minutes, and I don't like playing like that. After like about 5 minutes, I'm good. I got my guns. I'm ready to
uh,
go. You know, but
I think that's one of the things too for a lot of people where the loot is like gold to them. So they hear the boxes and they're like, I have to go and loot this entire building. Meanwhile, we're already 4 buildings ahead, and then you're dead because you didn't come with us. You see, that I don't like. I will run with the team if we're just going through stuff, but I don't. I'm not good at pushing teams. I'll take a team out from a distance. I'm not a good pusher, I guess you will say. And I think
okay.
when people see me on stream, they're like, "Oh, you're scared." It's just I have a different way of playing. I don't
I don't
know.
think there's anything wrong with that either.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody has a different play style. Well, what I like to tell my chat is if I drop solo, it is what it is.
Hmm.
I feel like truly and comfortably, if I was dropping into a war zone, trying about to go fight,
Uh huh.
I don't have to land anywhere I'm uncomfortable with. So if I know I'm gonna drop at Superstore and die and risk my actual life, I'm gonna drop all the way over in the forest, and meet
Yeah.
me over there. Meet
Yeah.
me over there. And that's how I play ranked because it's really rough. It's really rough when you
Mm,
land in those high spots. But honestly, you don't have to play like that. You can play how you want. And
mm.
the thing about battle royale, it's about the chemistry. It's about the 3 people or the 4 people coming together and working
Yes.
together,
Yes.
and or the random. It's like a slot. You pull the lever,
Mm.
and if you got 3 teammates that play on the same pace, you got a dub. You
Yeah.
know,
You're absolutely right. How many wins do you have in Apex?
I don't know, almost like 300.
Oh my god.
I only have one win in Warzone, just one.
Oh
Just
my
one.
god.
I was panicking when I got it too. Actually, I think I got 10 kills, and I was like,
Wow. I feel like you need to come join me on Warzone for at least a stream.
I will be down. I'll be down.
Cause it sounds like you have a good grasp on what it takes to win. 300 wins in Apex is not easy. I could only imagine because of how skilled it is to win in that game. 300
Right.
is a lot. I'm sitting on 56 wins on Warzone. So the ratio compared to yours is like a half a win in Apex. Like I'll get to second place and that's it.
Right.
I cannot do it. So I think that's something that maybe we should do in the future. Both you and I will get together. We'll do duos, and you'll come over to my side, to the dark side. I'll go to Apex. You show me the ropes. We'll make things happen.
Okay. You can actually snipe in Apex. I just don't put sniper scopes on my sniper.
You
Don't
do
ask why. No, I don't like sniper scopes. I just use it with iron sights. I'm a, I'm
how?
a I'm the type of person I use a pistol and I can shoot somebody across the map with no sight on it. I just like it. I don't know. It's just the satisfaction of using like a single shot weapon. It's really nice.
I never heard of this. I don't think that will fly in Warzone. What?
No, probably not.
Shooting
Probably
someone with
not.
a
I think it's.
pistol? Oh my
But I
god.
mean, think about the map size. You guys have like isn't it like 100 players per map? We have
150
like
players.
60,
Okay.
150. We have 60, so the map is probably
A
not
little
even like a
smaller.
third of that size.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Do they have anything that big in Apex?
The newer map is named Olympus. It's kind of big. It's not nearly as big as like Warzone, but I would say it's probably about half the map or a good like 60%.
Wow, that's incredible, man. I don't
But
know.
it's still not nearly as big.
Wow. Wow. Now I'm intrigued. You have now made me like I tried it and I did like the tutorial. I did a match. I probably was playing with bots and I'm like, this is not for me. Now I'm more intrigued. You sold me. I'm gonna have to download this game again and see what I could because I consider myself a good player, even though my numbers don't say I have a 1.16 kill death ratio. Do you know what yours is?
Like a solid one. My
Okay.
PC account is higher, but this is my account I've been rocking with since Apex almost like a little bit after Apex came out.
You do keyboard and mouse?
No, no,
Oh, I was gonna say, okay, now
a
if
controller.
you do keyboard and mouse, you're in another elite level. I
No, I
cannot
mean I
do that.
know how to play, but
Mm.
I haven't got a win with it yet.
It's got to be tough. I know for me, I tried Warzone on PC and I just couldn't do it. People say it's amazing. You should do it. It's quicker. This is where the professionals do. I've always been playing with a controller. I cannot.
Now there is some movement that people on PC can get because like whereas like we got like a joystick where we have like an inch of like room in each direction,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
have like a whole mouse pad where they can move their arm and their wrist to where exactly they want. I think it's important, but I mean I'm working my way to it. I've been playing like GTA or something like that. I've been playing other games that there aren't like shooting games with the
Wait,
mouse and keyboard.
you play GTA on PC with a mouse and keyboard?
Yep.
Where have I
It's real
been?
interesting. Real interesting.
I know. I don't know if you heard about this, but I heard that there's like a role playing thing in GTA.
Yes, that's the actual reason I got the version on PC because I want to delve into that. I want to see what it's about. The people actually like let's say you go in there and you want to be a police officer, they will actually take that seriously. I was watching this stream with like
No
11,000
way.
viewers, and it was like somebody was a cop and they were on a cop chase, and it was just crazy. It was just crazy.
Oh my god, I
The
want to
amount
do
of stuff you
this.
can do in there, it's really nuts.
But it's a modded GTA, right? That's what I think
I
it is.
believe so. I believe so.
Because I've seen on TikTok people, I think it's T Jeesley, that I think is a rapper. I know the name. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. He's been role playing as himself in the game, and then like he'll show clips of him like going to buy cars, and they'll be like, yeah, this car is 50 grand. You got to give me 50 grand. Meanwhile, in the game, you could just take the car and run, but they take it serious where it's like, all right, I'll give you
Yeah.
50 grand.
It's actually serious. It's like laws and like a community.
No
Imagine like
way.
I don't know if you ever played like a role playing game, but like they treat it like that. Like
No.
I haven't played Dungeons and Dragons, but I've seen it played, and like the people like it's kind of like you act out your actions. You say your actions. So if I wanted to stab you, I can just say I stab landmine or whatever your profession will be in the game, and that's how it will work. But
No
it's just like
way.
kind of like not similar, but it's like where everybody has like a role.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
real interesting. It's like a mini society within society.
Yo, that's insane. And I'm very interested. Anybody listening or watching, please lead the way. I don't know where to begin on this. I'm probably gonna have to YouTube it, but I find it so intriguing that they take it that serious.
Yeah, they
Like,
do. You actually have to make money. You can't steal cars. You get kicked off the server.
oh, it's just okay. So it's a server that
Yeah, it's a
like
server.
that you're
Yeah.
allowed. Oh, that's so dope.
You ever play like a Minecraft role playing server, or you like
No, my son plays
okay?
Minecraft, but he just like kills pigs and stuff. And
It's basically like a bigger server where you would bring stuff and you can exchange to make money or get ores or whatever instead of like going
yo,
about the natural way of doing things.
that is so dope. That is content that you wouldn't believe can be made. Like you could make
Right.
episodes on that. Yo, that is
Right.
so dope. I'm so now I gotta do Apex and now I gotta do this modded GTA. I'm so there's another world out there I didn't know existed.
Right. Have you ever played Black Ops 3?
Yeah, you know what? If I'm not mistaken, Black Ops 3, were you allowed to do like wall jumps?
Yes, that's literally like Apex. It's literally like Apex. I was playing it the other day and I was like, wow, this game really looks like Apex.
I don't like the
That
wall
was my
jumps.
game too.
I
That was my
like
game too.
boots on ground, man. That
I really
whole
love Advanced Warfare. The whole thing about like the trick shots, you can go so far up in the air and just spin around and then land somebody across the map. That was sick. That was
that
sick.
reminded me of Halo. You ever played Halo?
Not too much. I wasn't really good at it.
Oh
Halo, I
man,
didn't like the sights for the gun. It was like
the guns
not
I thought were
exactly first
whack.
person.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
I
I
didn't like the
couldn't really get
guns.
it the other way, Halo. I was always getting knocked or downed or
Were
whatever.
what were you an Xbox or PlayStation person?
I started with Xbox,
Really?
but I didn't really play Halo.
Wow. So for someone who owned the Xbox, didn't land into Halo. Where did you play Gears at least? Oh my god, guys. She
No,
has the face. If you're not
no.
watching, she's like, "Oh, he got me." Hi, it's like I own Nintendo but never played Mario. That's what that sounds like.
I mean, I played Mario. I know Nintendo, but
But
like Xbox. I mean, the only thing Xbox I didn't play was probably like Tomb Raider or
so why'd you have Xbox? Was it
I don't
just was
know.
it was available to you or
I liked when Xbox 360 came out. I really did like. I graduated high school. I was like, which one is better? I did a lot of research and the party system. I really enjoyed the party system, the
Mhm.
privacy settings, and
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
other
yeah.
stuff. And yeah, I just got it. I had fun. I missed the Xbox 360. It
I
was some of
think
the best parties and best times.
their internet servers were a lot better too. Uh,
Yeah,
because I
I
know for
think it was
PlayStation was
cheaper at the
horrible.
time too than PSN.
Yeah.
Now I think they're the same price, or if not, I don't know.
Well, Xbox is leading the way with Xbox Game Pass, so even if you and I think
We got something that's like a Game Pass. It's not the Game Pass, but we got
what
something.
PlayStation Now.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
I think with the Game Pass, it gives you more updated games. Like, so for instance, right? They just announced this, I think, 2 days ago, that
Hmm.
MLB The Show 21 is going to be coming out for Xbox for the first time. This was a PlayStation exclusive. It's now going to come out to Xbox, and it's going to be Xbox Game Pass day one. Meaning, if you have the
Okay.
Xbox Game Pass, you're going to be able to play this game for free. Yeah, you pay monthly for the
No,
service, but that is huge where PlayStation doesn't have that. And I think
right.
that's where PlayStation is losing.
Right. I definitely don't know the difference. I never looked at the game categories or the
Uh huh.
game like library. But I think having either one is good. It's a way to introduce you to new games.
Mm-hmm.
And whereas like I stick to one game, so it's no point of me having
Yeah.
multiple different ones. Like, it may be good to, pay for a service. I think I got it for like maybe like I think I paid for like 2 years for like $60 like last year. Don't ask
Oh,
why.
that's
It was
dope.
just like a sale. And I
Yeah,
was like, you know what? Skip
might as
it. I got
well.
a lot of games on there.
Yeah, yeah,
And that's how I got back into Rocket League. I was into Rocket League, but I wasn't good with it. But Rocket League was on the PS Now. I didn't have to download it. It was nice.
yeah. I saw
And then
you
I was
playing it.
playing Black Ops 3. I was playing Black Ops 3 on there. That's pretty
Rocket
fun.
League, I feel for me was not appealing. It was free for us, right? When it came out PlayStation Plus a couple months ago, and I was like, I'm gonna
Right.
try this game, and I just felt like I could never get a goal. It was just too hard, and I was like, you know what? I just gotta go play Warzone. I'm wasting my time here. I could be ranking up, and I think that's where, for me as a streamer, sometimes I play games just to see how I feel, and I think that's where I get lost in the sauce. It's like I'm playing this. Is it worth me wasting my time? Because I could be investing more time into my Warzone and getting better. And I think also too, as a competitive player, not a casual streamer player that just plays for fun, but I'm always looking at I could be raking up my guns. I could be, trying to get dubs, and I'm taken away from that. But then again, it's a battle within myself. I don't want to lose people because some people already, since I've been streaming, they have come accustomed to, LanMind plays certain games on different days, and then if I just go straight to playing Warzone every day, I'm probably gonna lose people. I don't want to lose them. They're great people, and I want to entertain. And I think for me, I was speaking to my wife about this too. This is a business for me. It's not just I'm here to play games and have a good time, although that is part of it. But if that were the case, why do it? I eventually want this to be my 9 to 5. I want to be able to make content, get paid, and reach out to as many people as I can. And I don't know if that's how you feel. I don't know if that's how other gamers or streamers feel. I know there's like a thin line between you're getting paid to play or you're just playing to play.
Um, I definitely think that there's a difference, and I don't think that you need to detrimentally sacrifice your content to do so. Like, yeah, I agree with, like, you playing with what you want to play,
Hmm.
but maybe if you still like the game in the background, maybe you can make YouTube videos for it. There's still an audience out there that like you and like you playing that game specifically, so send them a video. I mean, I feel like that's what other platforms are for. So like what I'm doing is I'm gonna push a lot of different type of content on my YouTube channel. I do like Apex. I do a lot of kill races and stuff like that. So that's always gonna be like a main on the channel.
Hmm.
However, some days I do want to do different stuff. You know what I mean? I want to have the freedom to do what I want while
Yeah.
still getting support from my community.
Yeah, yo, you said something just now that made me smile cheek to cheek, and I never thought about doing it. And I see a lot of content creators do it, where you just said it. You will bring certain games that you won't stream live to your YouTube. You can edit it down, make it 40 minutes. Let's say you play 3 hours, but you edit it down to the most important parts. You don't want to see yourself talking to every character in the game. That could be a little boring. So
Right.
you just get to the main points of the game, you make a series out of it, and boom. Like one of the people that I watch on YouTube, his name is Dashy Games. I don't know if you've heard of him. The
Never heard of
guy
him.
is hilarious. He released a video today of the new Among Us ship map, right? I haven't played it, but I'm watching him, and you're just getting the good cuts. You're not getting the long stretched out version of just him running around. Like,
Right.
I think that's where I need to go. And you just gave me the idea. Like, maybe I stream what I want and make content of other games. Like, hey, listen, if you like watching other games, these are the games I'm posting, and I'll post 2 games a week on YouTube or whatever the case may be.
Right.
You'll see a series up there, and I think that's a good way to drive content to YouTube and vice versa. If you like what you see on YouTube, come to my Twitch. That's
Right. I
that's
definitely
awesome.
think it's like that. I've been seeing a lot of like
That's
bigger
awesome.
content creators doing different things, and I don't think they're necessarily known for their games. Like, yeah, I may watch them on YouTube for Apex, but I come on there and they're watching something else. People do all kinds of stuff on stream. People sleep on stream. I didn't really know that until recently.
Yo,
I don't know if you've heard about this dude that's been streaming for almost 20 days straight. His name is Ludwig. That's crazy. He
I
started
heard
a
of the name.
subathon and he has not stopped streaming. He's still streaming to this day, right now.
So wait, tell about. You're telling me 20 days nonstop,
Almost. I think it's like the 19th day or something.
concurrent, just streaming.
Yeah. At this point, he's been sitting there working out, eating, watching videos. It like literally,
Wow, that's genius.
he's getting paid to sleep and eat, and
So wait, so when
it's
he's
really nuts.
sleeping, they're watching him.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Why am I just hearing about this now? That is mind blowing. Now, I remember a couple years ago, I heard about the streaming house where they would stream like all day long, 365. But there will be different creators in the house and there's different cameras. So you can see someone playing a game, you can see someone just watching TV. And each day someone will be on the platform just streaming a specific game. But you can click, it's a website. You can click on different cameras to see what else is going on around the house. It was called Streamer House, I think, and they started with nothing and then they got paid, they got sponsors, and they just blew up.
Oh
That
wow, that's crazy.
never heard of anything like that. But this, as an individual streamer, 20 days streaming, that is insane. That is so interesting. It's like watching the Truman Show. You ever seen the movie The Truman Show? Jim Carrey.
No,
Oh
I
man,
don't think so.
you remind me of my wife. I asked her like, hey, I like, you ever watch this movie, babe? She's like, no. I'm like, damn, who can I
I
talk
watch a
to?
lot of movies, just
Who
not
can I
those
talk to?
movies.
No, so okay, long story short, Jim Carrey Truman Show is about this character that they've watched since birth. They have cameras throughout the entire world that he's in. It's like a big studio. And
Mhm.
you see you like it's a show, but you watch him 24/7 and you see his growth as a young man. As a little boy coming to a young man to an adult, gets married. There's cameras everywhere. Everyone around him is actors. They've been acting since the day he was born. Like they signed these contracts, and then towards the end of the movie, if you don't care, if you do care, and if you haven't watched it, this is an old movie. You should have watched it by now. Spoilers ahead. He finds out that this is a studio, and he escapes to the real world.
Wow, that sounds crazy.
It's insane. It's insane. So I can only imagine just people watching him. That could be very. That could be scary though. Just
Right. I can't imagine somebody impeding on my energy that much.
yeah, yeah.
I can't imagine, dude. Just like trying to sleep and just rolling over,
Yeah.
you know. And dude has like 60,000 people watching him at one time. Yeah, he didn't went to
Wow.
the top. He's at the top right now. He didn't hit Ninja's like record on Twitch, but he's like second record on Twitch, highest
What's the
subs.
highest subs?
I think it's 269K,
Wow.
and he has like 180K right now.
Wow, yo, that's insane.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
I don't even know what to say. I'm at a loss for
Subs,
words.
not viewers.
Yeah, subs.
Subs.
That's insane.
Holy.
How do I say this? People don't realize how big gaming is. It is the largest revenue stream in the world. It actually makes more money than all three major professional sports makes together combined.
Wow.
The gaming world is so big and it makes so much money that you're seeing streamers like you would see Ninja. I know when he signed his deal with Mixer it was like 35 million. Some athletes don't even get that. Now,
Right.
that's not to say that streaming is easy because it's not. But you're talking about athletes, people that are in the gym, in and out every day. They're traveling the world to play against different people, contact sports. They're not even make some are not even making close to. There's people on a Major League Baseball team that I think actually won last year, the Rays. There were baseball players on that team that made 500,000 and they just won a World Series.
Ridiculous.
That's
That's
insane.
crazy. I never thought gaming was that lucrative of a,
It's
you know.
huge, man. And I'm gonna end it with this. I'm gonna ask you this question. I think I asked you before. I don't know if you answered it. For you as a gamer, competitive gamer, streamer, female, what is it that you want in, let's say, 5, 10 years? What do you want out of this? Is this something for now? Is this something for the future? What are you building towards? What is your end game goal for as a streamer?
Say my end game goal is just to make content. I don't necessarily think Twitch is a long term thing for
Okay.
me. I've always wanted to do YouTube, and I've started off wanting to do YouTube. Twitch was essentially like a way to make money and until my views, because YouTube is a lot harder to monetize.
Mm,
I do eventually want to go on different platforms. I essentially want to build a community of people who aren't afraid to be themselves, aren't afraid to talk about their issues, aren't afraid to be vulnerable with themselves, and just a group of people who are supportive. That's all I really want, honestly. Just people who are supportive, who stand up for me and what I believe in, and
mhm.
even stand up for me as a person, because that is important. Even having one of those people is important.
That's awesome. Before we go, where can people find your content, wherever that may be YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter? Where can people find your content?
You can find me at TiCup TV on pretty much all platforms, and TiCup on YouTube. So Twitter, TikTok, Twitch. The only thing that's actually TiCup is YouTube.
Okay.
So yeah, TiCup TV.
And for those that are not watching, I'm gonna put the links in the YouTube and also on the audio platform, so that way you can find her very quickly if you couldn't type it or couldn't find it. Teacup, I want to thank you so much for being here. It was a pleasure having you on the first episode of Keep Gaming. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you having me. It was lovely being a guest.
Thank you so much. Thank you all for being here for the first episode of Keep Gaming. I'm going to air a new episode every other Monday, so be on the lookout for that. You're going to hear this every other Monday. Keep Gaming podcast. I'll see you next time. Love you guys. Peace.